Okay, so here we are for the battle against Elly, who, if you aren't aware, is my fiance, co-owner of the league, or one of three, I guess, now that Jack is back. But it's always a fun time when we play each other, and we get each other week one, people. Yeah, should be a fun one. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to when the battle starts because she's doing an intro. Who knows how long it's gonna be? I'll see you guys there. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what she brings. I expect Pole, I expect Heatran. This is roughly what I was expecting. Lowland Ninetales kinda actually sucks a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm tempted to get early momentum with my Iron Blunder. If she leads off with the Pokemon, the Landorus, it is technically a free flip turn into my Hydrapple. Hydrapple is going to be taking a lot of defensive responsibilities. Saying that, actually, both Necrozma and my Gramble should be able to do the job as well. What do I want to lead off with? She has no removal. She did bring potential webs. She did bring, well, 3 rockers, so I'm assuming that rocks are going to go up. But the end game stays the same. We stick to what we believe, and we go from there. As part of me wants to lead up Hydrapple, nothing will OHKO it. But if she leaves Pult, that's a little bit scary. I could also lead Gramble. Gramble matches up really well against almost everything on this team. So yeah, I'm actually going to lead off Gramble. The only thing we don't want to see is the Heatran. If we see Heatran, I guess Necrozma is probably the play there, but we're going to head, lock it in. Good luck, have fun to Elly. Make sure you go check out her side and subscribe to her channel, leave a like, all that shit. She popped off during the first season, and since then, she hasn't uploaded much, but she's going to be back on the grind. I know she is. So, yeah, make sure you go check her out. What are you leading with then, eh? Boog? This is fine, I think. I'm pretty sure this is going to be fine. We're going to Intimidate, which is going to be very, very handy. I could just go for a Play Rough off the bat. She doesn't know what my set is, and I should outspeed her. By all means, I should. Liquidation's going to hurt even at -1. It is still going to hurt. Play Rough does not really do enough for me to warrant staying in, I don't think, because I do need this for Pulp. If I lose this, then Pulp becomes a little bit more crazy. So I am just going to go out to Hydrapple. If she sets up the webs, she sets up the webs. The only thing that is bad for is my bundle. And even then, it's not like the worst thing in the world. We go out to the Drip that does have a move that is going to be almost entirely useless now. I assume she's going to Terra Water. She Terra Fairies. Okay, did not expect that, I'll be honest. I could have just stayed in. But what's she going to go for? Liquidation. This should just bounce off of us. Yeah, that did nothing. Literally no damage. I could go back into Gramble, but honestly I think I'm pretty free just to fire off a Leaf Storm. There's not many things I want to switch into it. I could also go for an Earth Power if I predict her to switch out. What's coming in on this? Probably the Heatran if I had to guess. If it's like Air Balloon or whatever, I'd quite like to break that early. I could also just go into Bundle. She shouldn't be able to actually hit Bundle for too much damage, so I'm just going to switch out to Bundle. By all means, if she stays in, like, damage is not the worst thing in the world, but she is -1. I don't think she's going to want to stay in. So I'll make the aggressive play into Bundle, which actually, now this is Terra Fairy, can hit this thing a little bit better. Terra Fairy, it can do 42 to 50%. So yeah, we're doing some good damage. This shouldn't do a lot to me, and yeah, she does switch. Do we see the Heatran? Potato? That is a Heatran. Okay, cool. So we get the initiative here. Like, she might stay in. The Iron Bundler is in. Okay, so where are we at with things? Let's have a look. There is not a great switch in. Our switch in is kind of a Araquanid. I assume it's going to be Spadef because it really did not do a lot of damage at all. I could flip turn. I don't have amazing switch-ins to this thing, but I think it's just the best play all round. She does switch out. She doesn't want to stay in. If she goes back into a Raquinid, yeah. That is absolutely fine by me. I think I actually want to use this. Okay, it's Rocky Helmet. Good to know. I want to use this opportunity to TERA my RHYPERIOR, because RHYPERIOR goes absolutely crazy against her. Is now the time to do it? Let's just have a quick look. If RHYPERIOR is able to take this hit very well, with TERA Water, okay, yeah, absolutely choose. So yeah, I'll go into my RHYPERIOR. And this is my opportunity to set up an SD, I think. I'm just going to TERA and immediately go for the SD. What's the downside to this? Not a lot. Honestly, I will just SD. There shouldn't be anything that is able to a KO me, a TERA Blast. Like, this thing hits, like, it doesn't hit, essentially. Like a Giga Drain, even that's not doing a great deal of damage, so her best play is to switch out. If she goes into Iron Hands, that would actually be amazing, because I'd love to get rid of that thing early. That's one of the checks to Blaziken. And I guess actually this thing being Terra Fairy, it's a very good check to Blaziken as well. So I do need to weaken this. And because it's Rocky Helmet, I can set up rocks with my Necrozma and get that chip damage later. Albeit not as much as I would like, but it's not recoverable outside of Leech Life. So I'm going to go ahead and just TERA Water. She is going to withdraw. Okay, so 3 Soul Stance. There's nothing on her team that's going to be able to take one. And this wasn't Air Balloon, as far as I'm aware. This could be Power Herb's Solar Beam. Do I want to scout for the Solar Beam? I could have just EQ'd there. That was a very risky play. How much is the Solar Beam doing? Solar Beam wouldn't actually knock me out. It would not knock this out. I can just go for an EQ, which would absolutely knock this out, even through a Shocker. At +2, there's a chance that I knock out with Stone Edge. I'm quite happy actually just go for an EQ and she goes out. Like, she can try and play around this, right? She can definitely try and play around it. I'm just going to EQ. I think like, there's a chance she's Power Herb Solar Beam, firstly. Because it is Elly and she loves her Power Herbs. But she could also just switch out into like Lando. Earthquake is obviously pretty free at this point, outside of Lando. But regardless, RHYPERIOR's here, it's in, it's going to try and claim something. Earth Power, that's going to bounce off me. Yeah, that doesn't do a lot at all. EQ, you're fucking gone, you're dead. Okay, 1-1 down. If she goes into, what is that, like Lando? Dragapult? Dragapult is probably the best thing if it specs to hit me. Let's have a look. Dragapult specs. It would do enough. It would do enough for sure. Shadow Ball wouldn't do enough. Even if it's modest. I mean, what, 299? Yeah, it wouldn't do enough at all. I'm at 73%, so I actually don't need to do anything stupid here. I can literally just switch out if I wanted to. On the Dragapult, I could go into my Gramble. Velicify, that's going to be you. Do you do enough to me? Lycanroc, Dusk, all that attacker. By no means should you be able to do enough. And I'll just EQ in return. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, CC. Does a good amount of damage, but we're going to get our Citrus, so we're going to be back at a decent amount of health. And that puts us back up to 257, so yeah, RHYPERIOR is still in a good position. Is it Sash? It's Sash, okay. Good to know, good to know. I'm just going to go out into Necrozma, I think, on this and get my rocks. Just going to get up my rocks here. If she went for a crunch here, then just a good play, but no. CC, not going to do a lot. And I literally just going to get out my rocks. Rocks are incredibly free here. Good to start wearing things down, that's for sure. So just going to set up rocks. Stone Edge, that shouldn't do a lot. Okay, it does a lot. It does do a lot. She could set up her own rocks here, technically. But no matter what, even if she's going to do it regardless. So I'm just going to protect. Get her to turn the lefties back. She sets up rocks, she sets up rocks. She just edges again. Can I go into Gramble, actually? On this? If I intimidate it? Fuck no, it does so much damage. It's not banded. We know it's not banded. But it still does a lot of damage. I do want to keep this somewhat healthy, so actually Hydrapple could be a switch. Let's have a look how much Hydrapple takes. Hydrapple actually looks really good now. We actually don't take a lot at all. So yeah, I'm going to go Hydrapple here. Playing around this a little bit. I feel like this is something I can play around a little. But yeah, it's going to do a good chunk to me. Stone Edge, if it hits. Yeah, it does a good chunk. But I will just going to Earth Power for the kill. CC, yeah, fair enough. That does so much damage. Perhaps I could have just like killed with RHYPERIOR and saved all this, but at the same time I am regen, so I just need to switch out and I can regen it back up. I don't think she's actually brought rocks. If she did, it was on the Heatran. But I need to keep momentum up. She can go into Pole here very easily. Pole comes in, I have to go straight to Gramble. I don't have a choice. It's the hard Gramble switch every time. Man, she can U-turn by all means. But there shouldn't be anything that's too dangerous for me. Interested to actually know what that set was, because it's moving down to like 79 HP roughly. So maybe it was Adamant. I think it was Adamant, because yeah, speed tiers makes sense for it to be Adamant. But that's one of the priority mons that can deal with my Blaziken. Very much appreciate that gone. RHYPERIOR put in a lot of work early on. I know it's only got the one kill, but it put a lot of pressure on. Did it get the one kill or did it get two? No, it got one. She is thinking long and hard about this one. Brian? Who's Brian? Brian Hands. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I can go Necrozma. Necrozma is my switch into this. Yeah, I'm just going to go Necrozma. Necrozma's the best play. I don't know if she can Oko me. It depends entirely on her set. Hands, if it's choice band. Unless it's Supercell Slam, it's not going to. If we know it's Supercell Slam, then it's just going to be good to know. Drain Punch does not do a lot. Did she bring a Dark type? I don't think she did. Does that into anything knock me out? I don't think it does, so I'm just going to go for the pretty free Photon Geyser. It's pretty free. She can knock me out here, but it would be doing... Well, this mon would have done its job if it is able to get damage on this. That's the main thing for me. If this is super fucking speedy, it will outspeed me. It would have to be Jolly, but it would outspeed me. If Elly's running Jolly, to be fair, I did run Scarf Iron Hands against her in the PPL last season, so if she brought Scarf against me, I wouldn't even be mad. I think 2 Drain Punches actually looks like it knocks me out. She's going to withdraw, makes a lot of sense. Again, I could have made an aggressive play, but when you got a free neutral hit on everything, I don't feel like it's necessary to go crazy. So, yeah, that's good damage. I will definitely take that. Webs could go up here. I think Photon Geyser may well knock out, but if I knock it out and she goes into Dragpult, as long as I still got Gramble, actually I'll be fine. So yeah, I just gotta go for another Photon Geyser. Yeah, another Photon Geyser. Liquidation might knock me out. I don't know whether this kills from here. I don't think it does. Yeah, just narrowly missed out on the kill. It's rest. Okay. I am absolutely fine with that. What are you going to be? I'm pretty sure we're free to KO you. And at this point, yeah, Necrozma's actually quite handy. The more health it's at, the more handy it is. I'm just going to go onto my my drip. Because we get the regen, and I can double out into... what, RHYPERIOR again? If she happens to roll TERA Blast or whatever here, then so be it. Could be Leech Life as well. Liquidation. Best case scenario. And I am just going to double into my RHYPERIOR. Because realistically, RHYPERIOR is like the one thing that is actually going to be able to do some damage against this mon, and it doesn't do a lot to me at all because I'm Terra Watered. There's not a single move that it can do that's going to be a problem for me to be able to like chew up. Unless it's running, like, does it get Grass Knot? Who knows? If it gets Grass Knot, then maybe. Boog is going to switch. Do we see Brian? Ghoulie Graham. What a name. What a name. I am a big Ghoulie Graham fan. I stan Ghoulie Graham in the chat. And I am happy just to go Gramble. And I will scout for damage. Okay, it's the Dragapult. Is it physical or special? It could be like screens and she's going to try and set up with like Lando, because Lando hasn't really come out at all. Is it still alive? I think it's still alive. So if it's modest specs, it will not be able to 2KO me. I actually EV'd this to live after rocks, to not be 2KO'd by Shadow Ball modest specs. And Play Rough is actually so incredibly free right now that I could also double. See what she wants to go for. She could just U-turn. Clear body, okay, so I think, unless she's expecting, okay, she Dracos. Nice, 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 nice. Play Rough is pretty free. I really don't have much. I just need to weaken the Arachnid a little bit. I don't mind taking a little bit of chip here. Yeah, Boo comes out. I could have predicted that if I wanted to. But that's a crit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. That sucks. But the Rocky Helmet chip is actually pretty monumental against me, so I will just go back out into my boy. This should outspeed Boog regardless. I think if she wasn't choice locked, she wouldn't have switched there. Or she wouldn't just hard switch. She would have gone for the U-turn instead. Liquidation should bounce off of me. Yep. Shame I don't have a Citrus now. And Stone Edge is very, very free. Is Ice Punch also very free? Ice Punch is also very free. Outside of her staying in. Do I need to make up aggressive a play? Realistically, I don't think I do. I'm just going to edge. She's going to draw. If I had Ice Punch, that would have been perfect, but Ghoulie Graham comes in. It's not going to appreciate a Stone Edge, as long as we land, of course. But she is going to keep taking this chip. Can we land? We can land. And that's one very, very low boy. I'm now at 202. Do I take a Draco? Do I take a Draco? I don't think I do. Shadow Ball is probably a range to knock you out, so I'm not too interested in that one. Do I let RHYPERIOR go down? It should still be able to take a... No, I don't. I don't let RHYPERIOR go down. I let Gramble go down before I let RHYPERIOR go down. Because RHYPERIOR can still do work against like Iron Hands. So yeah, I will just go out into Shadow Ball. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Modest specs by any chance? Not modest specs. Okay. I can EQ, or I can Play Rough, or I can Ice Punch. I'm just gonna Ice Punch. Yeah, she Shadow Balls. Does reveal that we have the Ice Punch, but that is what it is. Crit and the Spadef drop, unbelievable. How dare you? Okay, so Pole's gone down. Just kind of knocking out these things one by one that should be able to do for Blaziken. I want Lando to come in, and I will literally go hard Blaziken. As soon as that comes in, I'm going hard Blaziken. I don't even care. Because EQ should be able to knock out the Araquanid from here. Probably not the Iron Hands, honestly. Iron Hands is a bulky ass motherfucker, so I doubt even at +2 am I able to knock out a Brian Hand. Depends if it's like max defense after rocks. There's a chance. It's not even a good chance. So would appreciate if she gave me some damage. Brian Hands. If for whatever reason I outspeed her, I'm just gonna get my Play Rough. Do I need to Play Rough? I could just Psychic Fangs or EQ for the damage. I'm just gonna EQ for damage if I outspeed. It's sub. Okay. Does EQ break a sub? You are a Gramble, surely. Surely that breaks a sub, right? It does. Excellent news. So you're lefties, sub lefties, or just yeah. Would very much appreciate if you just killed me here. So I'm just going to EQ. She does go for the wild charge. That's going to be a KO. And I'm just going to go into RHYPERIOR. I'm just going to go to RHYPERIOR, I think. I could go RHYPERIOR, actually. I could also go Necrozma. Necrozma is also very good here. Big Frank coming back in. Big Frank with big hands. He's just going to click Photon Geyser again. I actually want Lando in. Does she sack the Araquanid here? Because she doesn't sack this. I don't think she ever sacks this. Boog. Okay. So this is fine, right? Gonna pick up the KO. And then Lando comes in. What's the worst case scenario? Lando clicks Calm Mind? Because I wouldn't be surprised at all if it was special. If Lando clicks Calm Mind, that would be problematic. I can just go Bundle here. I'm just going to go hard Bundle. Just going to go hard Bundle. If she goes for anything else, so be it. I ain't about fucking around with this thing, and also I can set up on it with my Blaziken if my Bundle does die. Is what I'm thinking. It's a nasty plot. Okay. It's a free ass Ice Beam, right? It's a free Ice Beam. She could be Yachi. She was special in the end, which was what I thought. So I can't actually set up on this with Blaziken. Blaziken's going to sit in the back, probably. And just watch as everything else happens. But Iron Hand should be able to take one, but Bunda, at this point, might well be able to clean up. Might be able to clean up. We'll see. Ice Beam, not Yachi. Not Yachi. And now it's just the hands. I don't care about differential, particularly. I would rather just get them a damage off on it. And then... what? Kill it with Blaziken, maybe? I don't know how Spadef this thing's going to be. But we are Choice Scarfed, so we are locked into the Ice Beam. That is fairly Spadef. Wild Charge, that will just knock me out. Crit mad. Crit 100% mad. Yeah, I was always living that. And you have a massive HP stat. I have a minuscule HP stat. And so I'm going to finish this game off with Blaziken. Blaziken is going to come out. I'm going to show that I was, in fact, the air balloon. And Flare Blitz should just kill from here. And that is going to be a good game to Elly. I'm actually really happy with how I played this one. Elly brought some heat sets, but at the same time, I think I played the early game really well. This season I'm really wanting to kind of, you know, prove myself a little bit, because the last season being not the best. But yeah, that was a really fun game. Make sure to go check out Elly. Her link will be down in the description below, as well as all the other coaches for the PPL this season. I know we haven't got the casters last season, but still, this season's casters are fucking incredible. So make sure to go check them out, each and every one. Leave them likes, subs, all that sort of shit. I can hear Elly laughing in the back, so at least there's that. Hopefully she's laughing and not like crying hysterically. I'd feel really bad if she's crying hysterically, but yeah, I'm gonna go check out. And until the next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.